WRSU, it's unbelievable that they are celebrating over 70 years. And, I came back to New Brunswick, earlier this year, and it was just an incredible experience for me to be inducted into the WRSU Hall of Fame. RSU was the start of everything for me. I loved the radio station. It was a place where we supported local music, signed or unsigned, and most of it wasn't signed. And that was the idea, that it was so great, that anything that would literally help support and covet a music scene, and there was the curation there was incredible. And it was in a period when I started in the early 1980s, when you had all the post-punk, a lot of punk stuff, new wave thing was still happening, and it was just a really interesting mix of music that we played, everything from the 60s and 70s up, like 70s glam and things like the Velvet Underground and Lou Reed and Bowie, and it was just for me, it was one of my favorite experiences ever. I loved RSU. I loved the fact that I got to do shows there for many years. It was funny. I did shows there for many years. In fact, before, right up until the time that I became music director at HTG in Asbury Park, when I was working there full time, I was doing shows at RSU because they were kind enough to have me on the air there still. But it was always fun because, I think college radio is one of the most free-spirited, free-form ways for music expression. College radio is still so important. I love it because it's true variety, and it's not based on research and all this other bullshit. I'm not a big believer in research, although I gotta say that that's probably how I ended up on MTV as much as I did, because they did research, and I think people liked that I was a regular short fat guy from Jersey with no hair who loved music, and I think that was refreshing for them. But when it comes to radio, it should be from the gut, from the heart, and I think that's why RSU is so great. And it started a lot of people's careers, and even people that, if they didn't really want to get into radio or some form of entertainment, it was a great form of expression. And for me, college radio will always be, the most important thing because of RSU.